Hello and welcome to Digital General, the Field of Glory Belisarius campaign. This is the third battle, and so let's read the intro. 533 AD, the Iberian War ended in a stalemate and the signing of the eternal peace between the Empire and the Persians. This has freed up the Emperor Justinian to pursue his ambition of reconquering the Western Roman Empire. So the eternal peace didn't last that long. I think it was like less than 10 years, but let's go with eternal. Until recently, the Vandal kingdom in Africa was ruled by King Hilderic, a friend and ally of the Emperor Justinian, and an opponent of the Arian heresy, espoused by most of his subjects. However, in 531, he was overthrown and killed by his cousin Gelimer, who then began persecuting non-Arian Vandals, many of whom fled to the Empire. The Emperor is outfitting an expeditionary force under your command to punish Gelimer and retake Africa for the Empire. You can recruit Hunnic mercenaries if you wish. As soon as the expedition is ready, it will sail to Africa and engage the Vandals in battle. So this is the beginning of kind of the more well-known, I guess, career of Belisarius, where he actually gets started on reconquering the Western Roman Empire, and Vandals in North Africa are a great starting point because North Africa is a very rich province, which is critical to the success. And I think at this point also he was given a chance to lead this command because of how he handled riots, and this is his basically big moment to win back some of the clout he lost by losing the previous battle with the Persians, which we happened to win. So there you go. I guess history changed already. All right, so let's get started. So there's two things I've got to do. One is let's detach some units from the army as garrison, and so as previously, I must detach some units using 132 and 527. And the way I'm kind of understanding this now is basically this is a chance for you to change up your army a little bit. So when I detach these units as a garrison, I can get them replenished, and so they're I can get different types of units. So depending on what choice I make, that lets me shake things up a little bit. So that's interesting. I actually did take a chance to read the manual to figure out how this game works in the campaign mode. So there you go. Right, and we're expecting 205 points worth of reinforcements before the next battle, and 205 of these will automatically be used to bring all of your field army units up to full strength. Okay, right, yes, so basically what this is saying is that all of the points that I'm getting back are going to be consumed by bringing up this army back to full strength, except if I detach more than the minimum, whatever I detach over will be brought back as reinforcements, which is the way I can basically change the army composition a little bit. Okay. What else? So what do we want to detach? So let's see. And the javelin were not that impressive, so let's just get rid of the javelin. The Bedouin foot as well. That was just a filler for the last game. The Limitane actually did pretty well. They're below average, but they are protected swordsmen, so they can actually do a decent job fighting. Obviously, legionnaires are better, but so I don't want to lose any of these. But I might drop one of these Limitane. Okay, the Bedouin light horse is fine. They're kind of light lancers, so that's okay. I don't really need them. And the horse archers are good. I do want light horse archers because these are really good skirmishing and annoying the enemy kinds of units. So okay, I want 120 selected, and so maybe a unit or two more. This is protected. These are average. Let's see. Camels I want to leave because they do have a good nice effect against horses, and Vandals will be bringing a bunch of cavalry. So actually I do want some of these camels with me. A bunch of horse archers, lancers. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll drop one of these. Okay. Alright, so I'll leave these in garrison, have the rest of my army replenished, so now you're expecting, so based on this change, so 195 of these will be automatically used to bring up all your field units to full strength, and this leaves 25 points for new units. Right, and I can, from home units, I can actually choose. Okay, got it, so that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I do want to get the Hunnic allies. For this battle, I think it'd be nice to get some excellent cavalry units, so I can skirmish with the enemy. So let's go with that choice. Hopefully we won't regret it. Alright, let's get into battle. So this should be the Battle of Adetium, or the Battle of Carthage. The Vandal campaign basically had two major engagements, this is the first one, but the first engagement was actually a fairly complicated three-part engagement. Okay, I can add an extra general, that's excellent. Where the Vandals had a very complicated plan that did not go well at all. And they, instead of fighting the Romans, surrounding them with their complicated maneuver, what happened is they actually ended up getting defeated in detail. So I don't know if this is meant to represent the entire battle or just one of the engagements. We'll see how it goes. But let's see what we want to do. So as previously, let's just get our skirmishers out front. We have an infantry line. And this is open ground. Okay, this is rough ground, so I want to stay out of this area with my heavy infantry. Yeah, let's shift the line over one. The bowmen, actually, I don't mind being in rough ground because they're not really meant to be fighting, so that's okay. All right, so I think I'm going to have a pretty heavy center. So I'm going to put my main legionnaires in the center and my weaker Limitanae in the flanks. And the general's going to want, so one of the infantry generals will be here, and he commands the whole foot, and I'll actually assign... Why can't I... Sorry, yes. I always get this backwards, how when you assign, what do you click on the unit or the general. So, okay, so I assigned all of my infantry to this general's command, and this is Belisarius, and I'll give him some more lancers to kind of represent his bodyguard. So and let's put him in the back as reinforcements, and basically he can figure out where to go and support. And then let's create a nice cavalry wing. Yeah, that should be fine. I'm kind of thinking if I need to protect my flank here, but I'd rather be concentrated. I think the infantry can actually do pretty well. If someone starts flanking, I can form up a bit of a refused flank, and it can curve back and use the archers as well to shield this area. So instead, what I want to do is get my cavalry out there. Okay, alright, the light cavalry skirmishers can... Yeah, that's fine, just be basically... No, that's fine, I don't mind them being on the flanks, that's great. Okay... Alright, I can dismount these, that's right, it's interesting. But actually I do want them mounted, I think. That should work better. So let's add a general, and let's create 2 tactical units. Excuse me, I picked up a bit of a cough. so I have a... No, you know what? Let's do this. Let's make one of the generals responsible for more of the horse archers. So you can kind of ride ahead, and I'll have the other general be responsible for the melee impact units. Okay, and the camels actually I'm going to want to break out as well because they have an effect on the horses next to them, so I don't want them to be adjacent. Okay, so these armored horse archers. Right, let's attach him to the general. Let's transfer him here, and now let's create a command of archers and the skirmishers as well. There we go. And now let's switch these guys up. Yeah, I want them in the front. And him in the front, and then this cavalry can go in the back. And now we will consolidate my Lancer command. And one more, and I think we're done. So I have my melee cavalry, and then I have my, including the melee cavalry, including the camels, which I will put in the back because, as I said, I want them to be not too close to the horses. There we go. So as I was saying, I have my melee cavalry, my lancers. I have my archer cavalry with my skirmishing calves, and Belisarius as the CNC with his bodyguard in the back. He can respond to some threats, solid infantry line, and my 2 skirmishing infantry. There you go. That's pretty good. All right, let's see what the Vandals bring against me. They show up with, alright, a whole pile of cavalry. That's cool, I guess. Alright. Alright. Noble Lancers, Armored Noble Lancers. So this is basically equivalent to mine, maybe even better because they're superior. I have highly superior, okay, and some average. So yeah, so these are better than some and worse than others, but there's a lot of them. And superior cavalry, more armored lancers, more lancers. Okay, so that's going to hurt. Let's see what he has in terms of numbers. So I do outnumber him 2-1 because his units are all cavalry. And so the way it works is, these guys are representing about 240-ish fighters, and my guys are like in the 480s fighters, and so that's why I have so many more people on the field. Okay, that's the setup for the game, and we'll come back next time to actually get started.